every single one of our kids know that we're working together to meet that one goal. And that's our goal again this year. We want to be the best program in the area. We might not make it, but that's our goal, and we're going to spend every minute that we have trying to get there.
Welcome back to the second episode of 4 Down Territory. I'm your host, Brooks Lohr, Realtor with Realty One Group Gold Standard. And as always, I got next to me head coach Brandon Bailey. Coach, everybody can exhale now. Tight one Friday night. Rams came out victorious. How are we feeling a few days after?
Yeah, I mean, we all know winning's better than losing. So it was good to get a win on Friday night and then enjoy it for a few minutes and then move on to the next one.
Yeah. And we got this nice little trophy here, the Friday Night Rivals trophy, getting the W.
Yeah, it's always good to get the Friday Night Rivals win. We've had a lot of success in those games through the years.
Yeah, very good. Well, as you know, 4 Down Territory, we ask Coach 4 questions and an OT question. Today we got a little bonus question with college football kicking off. So let's get started. So first down, Coach, there were some big hits Friday night, some battle in the trenches, and a little adversity we faced in Game 1. Winning that game has to feel bigger than just 1-0 on the record books. What did you learn about your team Friday night?
Yeah, I mean, Penn Cambria is a quality opponent, and to come out of it with a victory was really big for us. We had a lot of young kids filling in roles, and just real proud of everybody for playing together, for not getting down when things were going the other way. And I think our conditioning and our kids' belief in the second half really were important parts of the win.
Wow. Second down for us is talking about the second half. So let's recap the first half. I mean, you had a perfect start to the season, right? You kick off, you have a 3 and out, you go down and score. And then from that touchdown, the rest of the first half kind of swayed a little bit towards Penn Cambria. I know we talked last week. You talked about needless penalties. Well, we had a couple penalties on defense that extended drives that ended up in points for Penn Cambria. Arguable no call on a touchdown for our freshman quarterback, which turned into an interception, going at halftime down 14-6. And then what goes on at halftime, Coach? Because that second half Rams team was a completely different team.
Yeah, I mean, a couple things. I mean, one, our kids, the culture is to believe in each other, and I think that's important. And secondly, our halftime operation, our assistant coaches do an unbelievable job of getting in here. We have a setup in the locker room where we break down our opponent's film. We're able to get mistakes corrected at halftime, able to identify things, and I think it's an advantage for us in a lot of these close games.
Absolutely. I mean, the Rams, as of late, have been dominant in second halves, making these adjustments. How do you utilize huddle at halftime? I know you said breaking down film. Can you maybe explain what goes on at halftime like that?
Yeah, I mean, our Richland analytics department, spends a lot of time. You look at our players and coaches on the sideline, looking at the iPads, and we're identifying trends and positive plays, that sort of thing. And then at halftime, we're able to come in, and it's a 15-minute half, so you have a limited amount of time. We have the screen set up, we have projector, and we're able to get through some offensive and defensive plays, either both good plays and bad plays that we're trying to correct. And it's really been a positive thing. We've been probably doing it for 4 or 5 years right now. And Tom Feitel is kind of he's our operations director, and he's the one that makes all that happen.
Okay. Yeah, Tom's a great guy. Kind of helps organize all the video on Friday night, make sure everybody's in the right place, huh?
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Well, let's head to third down. Coach, we got a new face in the league, Huntingdon. And I'll tell you what, I was thinking about coming to the game Friday night. That's a little bit of traveling for your Rams, huh?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a haul, and I think everyone knew that when we got it. When we expanded the league. Fortunately, it should just be one trip per year. As we head over to Huntingdon, and we're looking forward to it. It's somewhere we haven't. I don't think Richland's ever played there. I haven't looked back into the 1940s, but it's been at least since I've been around, we've not gone to Huntingdon.
Yeah.
They traveled here for a playoff game, and I think in 2009. But we're excited.
How'd that one end?
It was a good night for the Rams.
Good night for the Rams?
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping for another good night Friday, huh?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so this Huntingdon team, they didn't start out the season like they had hoped. They started off with a loss, so I'm assuming you're going to be facing a hungry opponent. What have you seen on film this week that you are going to kind of look forward on Friday night, and what exactly have the Rams been preparing for this week?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, they have a new head coach. They've struggled the last couple of years. You know, they've only won a couple games in the past few years. New head coach Tim Lucko. You know, Coach Lucko was at Bishop Carroll in the early 2000s when they had a ton of success. So
Yes,
he knows
did.
football, and you know, it's evident that they're getting lined up right on defense, on offense. And you know, I think the coach wants to get them back to fundamental football. And you know, for us, you know, we're going to go out. They got some really good players. You know, their wide receiver #1 is outstanding, veteran quarterback, some big offensive linemen, big defensive linemen. So it's not going to be an easy game, as none of them in the Laurel Highlands are. But
Yeah.
you know, certainly I would imagine we're going to be favored just because of the you know, what happened last week.
That brings us into fourth down. Coach, college football is officially kicking off this week. I know we had week 0 last week, but nobody actually counts that. So with that being said, Richland as of late has sent quite a few kids to go play at the next level. What can you say that Richland does that, you know, helps prepare these student athletes to take that next step? And what does that recruiting process look like for you and the player?
Yeah, well, I think we have a program that's enjoyable for kids to be in. You know, it's year round, whether you're training, we're working out in season. You know, we want it to be somewhere where kids like to be there, and we want it to be a building block for them to move on and possibly get some of their college paid for, or even be, you know, part of a program and just have a great experience playing collegiately. So yeah, we have a lot of kids playing. You know, I think our kids that are, you know, 4 years out, our senior class, Caleb Burks up in New Hampshire, JD Black's in that class. My son Kobe's not playing. He's on the equipment staff at Pitt, so he's excited, thrilled to be part of that operation. And we have a lot of other kids that, you know, that have been 3, 2, and 1 years out, you know, all still playing as well.
Okay, we got a coaching tomorrow night on ESPN Plus.
Marco Pecora, one of few FCS coaches that have been offensive and defensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's quite the title, huh? The transition there. So good for Marco. You can catch him on ESPN Plus tomorrow night. They're traveling to Western Michigan, right?
Big game for the Flash.
Big game for the Red Flash. All right, well, with that, we got a little bonus question talking about college football. Coach, you played a little bit of ball at West Virginia, didn't you?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, yeah. And I was a graduate assistant there, so Coach was on the field at West Virginia, and I was working the games at West Virginia, so a little bit of different experiences we had. So, as you know, Mountaineers heading to Beaver Stadium Saturday night game at Penn State. Typically, opponents don't have too much luck there. Being in the heart of Pitt and Penn State territory, I got to ask you, do the Mountaineers have any hope on Saturday night?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them. You know, going to Penn State on a Saturday night. I think it's the first NBC game. I mean, there's a lot of hoop and you know, hype to the game. So I think it'll be a tough game. You know, certainly looking to watch a good football game on Saturday night. But you have to check it out, Brooks. I am in the record books at West Virginia. There's a rushing record that very few people know that I have. So
what do we got?
We'll check it out maybe next week.
We'll
talk about it next week.
Come back next week, find out Coach Bailey's rushing record at West Virginia. 1,000 yards?
A little bit less.
A little less? Yeah. All right. All right, everybody. That wraps up our 4 questions for 4 down territory. Now we're heading over to our OT question, where we try and highlight a local business through the hearts and our stomachs here. I like to eat. Coach likes to eat. I don't think that's any surprise. So last week we talked about wings. Nothing pairs good with wing sauce and, you know, soaking up some pizza in there. So, Coach, where's your favorite joint to get some pizza, and what toppings are we going with?
I could eat it every meal, every day, the rest of my life.
Is that your number one?
Pizza, yeah, pizza's my deal. And there's so many different, you know, great pizzas around here.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one, but for being a Richland football guy and a guy on the staff, I'm going to go with Capri.
Oh yeah.
Coach Andy Croto and his family operate the Capri restaurant chains, and every time we have an event and we have some Capri and people from outside come in, they're like, "Where is that pizza from? That stuff's amazing." And it's Capri, and so outsiders love it, and as an insider here, I love it as well.
Yeah, well, they make some good sandwiches for the kids too post game, right?
That is correct.
I mean, those the nice little Italian,
great,
play a hard game.
Yeah, great bread. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I think Capri's got some good pizza. I actually had some Sal's last night.
Okay.
You know, Sal's can flip a pie.
Yeah.
You got to ask for them a little well done, though. Sometimes it comes out a little flimsy. So, Sal, if you hear this, let's get a little hard crust on the bottom there. But, well, all right, there you have it. Capri pizza, a little Sal's pizza, a little pepperoni. Don't forget your Tums, right? A little heartburn. So, there you guys go. Hope you enjoyed week 1. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned next week as we recap the game against Huntingdon. Coach, any last words?
Go Rams.
Go Rams. Hey, everybody. Thank you for watching this week's episode of 4 Down Territory. I hope you enjoyed it. I just wanted to take this moment to say that if you're ever looking to buy or sell a home in the area, I would love to earn your business. If you're looking for a realtor who utilizes social media and the latest tools and technology, I'm your guy. I have over 7 years of experience in the real estate industry, and I'm born and raised in this town. So, whether you're looking to sell or buy, I'm your guy. Give me a call. My contact info is below.